Thank you for having you on this channel this morning. Please, if this is your first time of watching our video, on your notifications, subscribe and like. Yes, Fulani are in panic because Donald Trump want to bomb the terrorist organization in Africa like the Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda, and the rest of them. And right now, the Fulani, they are running a What do you have to say about that?
Thank you for having me. I must say that the Fulani have every reason to be in panic mode because, number one, if you look at what Fulani have been doing in Nigeria, you agree with me that they have every reason to be in panic mode. Number one, the global terrorism that says that the Fulani militia of Nigeria extraction is the fourth most dangerous organization in the world. So they have every reason to be in panic mode. And again, look at Toji Bello from Zamfara. Look at the havoc he reckoned in that part of the country. This is a man who was reported to burn down Nigerian military vehicle. Of course, they have every reason to be in panic mode. As we speak, the last governor of the immediate past governor of Benue State, talking about Autumn, was attacked, and before he knew it, a group came out to say, we are Fulani nationality movement, we did it, and next time the governor will not be that lucky. So they have every reason to be in panic mode. If you look at the last report talking about the number of persons who were kidnapped in Nigeria and the ransom paid, we are talking about 3.7 trillion naira used by Nigerians to pay ransom. So they have every reason to be in panic mode. And don't forget that even the last president of the country, of Nigeria, talking about Muhammadu Buhari, was very clear and emphatic that these are Fulani men who come from different parts of the country, the world, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and coming to the country, and they wreak havoc. So they have every need to be in panic mode. Remember that recently we saw killing of people in Ebonyi State by the same Fulani, suspected Fulani herdsmen. They have every reason to be in panic mode. The other time we saw killing of people in Delta State, in Bili to be precise. So the Fulani have every reason to be in panic mode. The other time, the most recent one is one that happened in Benue, where about 19 people were killed by the same suspected Fulani herdsmen. So I must say that they have every reason to be in panic mode because they are at the center of every killing, every atrocity, every insecurity, whether in the south-south, in the southeast, in the southwest, in the middle belt. Of course, their excesses are born in the middle belt. But it's of late that we are seeing them coming to the south. I must say that if you even go to Delta State as we speak, the local government of the immediate past governor of Delta State, talking about the Kano East local government of Delta State, they have hibernated in forest, bushes, in some communities that it is even with the effort of the local vigilantes that people can sleep with their eyes closed. So I must say that the Fulani in Nigeria, they have every reason, every cause to be in panic mode. Consider the fact that American government is a government that knows its onion. Don't forget that American government, since this strong government came into office, have bombed, targeted militant terrorist organizations in Somalia. So it goes to show that once they say something, they have the willpower, they will do it. They have the capacity, they will do it. So I will tell you that the Fulani in Nigeria, of course, the militant ones, the militia ones, have every reason to be in panic mode.
How do you think it's going to be possible for Donald Trump? Because looking at it, the president is a Muslim, the vice president is Muslim. I don't think Nigeria is the sovereignty of their own country. Donald Trump will have the right to invade Nigeria and bomb these people.
I will tell you that with or without the consent and permission of Nigeria, if the interest of America is threatened, and they know that with the presence of militias, Fulani militias and terrorists in Nigeria, that it threatens their interests. I want to tell you that America will even breach the sovereignty of Nigeria, come here and do whatever they need to do to secure their own sovereignty or to guarantee their interests. I want to tell you that a 27 years old American, Philip Wanton, who was kidnapped in Niger Republic some time ago, about 2-3 years ago, taken to Nigeria in Sokoto State. American Navy SEAL came into Nigerian government, Nigerian sovereign state, rescued the boy on hot, killed all the kidnappers. Can we forget in a hurry, under Trump, how American government went to Iraq and killed an Iranian military diplomat, talking about Soleimani. Of course, it's all over the news. And we have equally seen the other time, the Al-Qaeda leader, talking about Osama bin Laden, how America will go and take him out from Syria also. And even this one that happened in Somalia recently, Trump made it clear, say, I commanded it. I gave the order. So we are talking about a government that has the capacity to deal with threats of this nature. It's not about a government where you have non-state actors holding territories and threatening the sovereignty of a nation. America is a country that knows the meaning of sovereignty and that can protect its sovereignty. Of course, I think America can do it.
Okay, let me take you backward. You know, this is not the first time Boko Haram, the likes of Al-Qaeda and the rest of them in the north has been exposed. During the Buhari government, past President Buhari, Arab world, Arab countries exposed 6 people that were sponsoring this Boko Haram. But Nigeria government decided to hide it for Nigeria without revealing their identity, whoever that is in charge. Why I'm asking this question about the US ID, yes, that are investigating this fund that America is sending to Nigeria. Right now, they said they are going to audit the account and see how the fund is being used. Do you think after auditing this account and they see some of the northern people who have misused this money to sponsor Boko Haram, that the America can pick them and go and try them? Or you think the case will also die down like the case of the Arab countries that reviewed the 6 individuals who are sponsoring Boko Haram during Buhari period?
Thank you very much for the area we have just gone. That is why I told you that the Fulani militia, particularly in Nigeria, must be in panic mode, because you just cited a very good issue. Don't forget that United Arab Emirates gave out names to Nigeria government as part of those who have sponsored terrorism. And people were expecting the government of Muhammadu Buhari to name, shame, and prosecute them. But up to today, the public are still waiting for the government to unveil, or rather make the names known to the public and possibly prosecute them. Looking at the allegation that came from the American congressman talking about Scoperi, about Nigerian, about US aid using to sponsor terrorism, he mentioned Al-Qaeda, mentioned ISIS, mentioned Boko Haram and all that. I think it's a good thing that the American government should investigate it. Because if you are spending taxpayers' money, it behoves on you to account for it. Don't forget that even currently, the American government, American president is telling even Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, that he must pay for the billions of dollars American government have used under Joe Biden to fund Ukraine crisis with Russia. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, this is a country that if they spend taxpayer money, they must account for it. They must let the people know how the money is being spent and all that. So in the same vein, if American government is spending their hard-earned money, taxpayers' money, to fund developing countries like through this US aid, it is important that they investigate and make sure that the money is appropriately being utilized. Any area where the money is being mismanaged, of course, I think sanctions should follow.
Now you talk about America want to ask Ukraine to pay the money that Joe Biden government give to him to equip themselves to fight Russia. Are we now saying that Joe Biden has caused more damage in the world?
Actually, if you look at what Trump is saying, he's saying that that war needed not to take place in the first place. Don't forget that even currently, Trump is saying there will be negotiation sometime, anytime soon. And he even shutting Ukraine out of the conversation, because he says Ukraine have no card, that Ukraine have no any ground to negotiate, because currently Russia have seized a chunk amount of Ukraine territory. So to that extent, we are likely going to see a conversation that is going to have only Russia and America on the table. And surprisingly, other European countries are saying that they are not comfortable with the position of Trump, a situation where the Zelensky and Ukraine will not be part of the conversation, that where their fate will be sealed. But the way it is, I think America is trying to pull out of that war and compel Zelensky to surrender.
Okay, America is trying to pull out of that war. Right now, are we saying what former President Buhari has done to Nigeria? Because many Nigerians are saying, the first question I asked you about Arab country review 6 people that have sponsored this Boko Haram. And Buhari reluctantly refused to name those people for Nigeria. Don't forget that during the Jonathan period, he also fought very hard to end this Boko Haram. But the Northerner felt that Jonathan want to eliminate the North, and they push him aside. Now, 2027 election is coming, and Atiku Abubakar and the rest of them in the North are warming up to take power from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the South here, many people are saying, never again are we going to allow Fulanis to rule Nigeria, considering the havoc they have done. Some people have said that even the Buhari is no more, because if you look at this very one that's representing Buhari, evidence are much that this is not Buhari. What do you have to say about that?
The point is, under Buhari's government, Nigerians were worried that the government was not willing and ready to address security, particularly perhaps because the Fulani militias, the Fulani, the past president, immediate past president is from that ethnic extraction. Don't forget that even this Ansaru terrorist organization, it took so much time before Nigerian government could recognize and designate them as terrorists. So largely, part of the reason the government was reluctant in fighting terrorism, fighting Fulani militia, may not be unconnected to the fact that the former president is from that ethnic extraction.
Okay, Pastor, thank you so much for having you on this channel this morning.